Ryan Loco for HeavyMMA.com, just 2 days away from UFC 117, where the man to my right, Clay Guida, is going to be facing Rafael dos Anjos. Clay, apparently, first off, security guard Tom mentioned that his hair is not real. Is that true?
Only Tom can get away with asking me if my hair is not real, just because he's probably pulled on it several times trying to keep me out of areas I don't belong, behind the scenes, backstage. But it feels real, real enough anyway. But I tell you what, I'm super pumped about Saturday night, man. It's almost here. Weight's good. Remember to get in there and just attack Rafael dos Anjos. It's going to be an amazing fight. I'm super excited for him because I know there was rumors a couple weeks ago that he might be sick. He might have to not back out of the fight, or he might not be well enough for the fight, and they had a replacement. I don't get caught up in all that stuff. I want to thank him for being healthy, and I know he's going to be ready for a fight, and that's what I'm going to bring. I'm going to bring my style, which is crazy, ugly, drooling on myself, burping, spitting, you name it, but it gets the job done, and I'm just super, super pumped. This is the best camp I've ever had. I'm more motivated now than I have been since day one, and victory will be mine Saturday night.
Now, the last time we saw you was the UFC on Versus card in Broomfield, Colorado. You faced Shannon Gugarty. Nothing against Shannon Gugarty, of course, but Rafael dos Anjos, very, very talented on the ground, but he has no problem slugging away as well. Is that any concern for you whatsoever?
Rafael's stand-up has gotten better by leaps and bounds since his first fight against Jeremy Stevens, in which he came up just a little bit shorthanded by knockout, which I thought he was controlling the fight. I thought he was winning. So his stand-up is what opens up his ground game. He spent time in Singapore. I think he was training overseas. He's religious about his leg kicks. He throws that cross. It tries to open up his takedowns, but I'm gonna stop his takedowns. I'm gonna put on his back. I'm gonna punish him. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win the fight. He brings a very threatening game on top. If he does get me down, I'm gonna work on pushing the head down, getting back up. I don't want that guy on top of me. His ground game speaks for itself. He's a black belt for a reason. He won submission of the night. He won fight of the night. He's battle tested, but he's never battled me. So I'm ready.
Now, what can you say about your camp? I know you're training over at Jackson's with that group of guys. I mean, it's a superstar after superstar after superstar. Who's really given you the most help and guidance to prepare for a guy like Rafael?
Being under the watchful eye of Mike Winklejohn and Greg Jackson, my hands have never felt more powerful. I've never felt so light on my feet and just more spring in my step than working with Mike Winklejohn. My kicks, my punches, my takedowns have gotten better. My wrestling has gotten better. Obviously, working with Greg, the guy's a guru of MMA. He's the best coach in the business for a reason. He knows how to pick fighters apart. Our opposition. He knows how to break my style down into how I'm going to be the best fighter in the world in the lightweight division. I apologize if I forget any names. Joe Stevenson had his jiu-jitsu coach come out and help me. Marcelo's a world champ. I got to train with him for a couple of weeks. He's very similar too. He knows Rafael dos Anjos' style. A buddy of mine, Isaac Valley Flag, is also fighting August 7th, the same night in Oklahoma, so he's been helping me a lot for the fight. Donald Cerrone, Leonard Garcia, the list goes on. Cub Swanson, one of the most unique fighters. The guy just makes up his own stuff along the way. He's amazing. The guy taps me out like it will. It's more than a team out there. It's a family. So I finally found where I should be in this career, and it's great waking up in the morning knowing that at the end of the tunnel is that shiny gold belt.
Well, now before we let you go, there's no way I'm letting you out of here without talking about these shoes.
The shoes.
Why don't you tell everyone about?
Doesn't it?
Tell everyone about these.
These are my Spider-Man shoes, man. I think anything is possible while wearing these. They're called Vibrams. I've only had them for a couple of weeks, but they're the best thing I've ever put on my feet. I want to sleep in them. I don't get shin splints. I don't get sore knees or legs when I run, when I do my kettlebells, conditioning, sand dunes out there. Coolest thing I've ever put on my feet. I highly suggest everyone owns a pair of these.
Well, thank you, Clay. And unfortunately, Clay won't be able to wear those shoes in the octagon 2 nights from now at UFC 117 against Rafael dos Anjos. As always, for more exclusive UFC 117 coverage, head over to HeavyMMA.com.